for me, my legacy is that we took a sector that had failed totally. Today, and it doesn't have to be government-delivered homes, we have made affordable housing to be a relevant conversation. What we have done is embedded in law. It is in Article 41 of our Constitution that we have actualized. Successive governments can only build on it. That's a legacy that we have. But more importantly, for me, is behind a very tough job, is behind it their faces, their people. And so what we are carrying are people's hopes and aspirations and dreams. That I can live, I can move from indignity and have a shot. And I don't have to rob a bank. And I don't have to know PS Hinga. All I need to do is just join the program, and we, at your own pace and the size of your pocket, you can be able to own a home. And we don't have to borrow. We don't have to overtax our people. That, to me, I think is a legacy that we have built. And I think that is a legacy that needs to be built on. For me, I came from private sector. I'm a banker by profession. You know, I miss my daughters. You know, they don't live with me. They live in South Africa. So I have to, besides the hard work, I have to keep on shuttling. You know, when the president asked me to come, I had not thought about, you know, public service. And I heeded to the call. And so if the next president believes that I still have value to add and says, Hinga, you can stay, I will heed to that particular call. But I have really enjoyed, you know, and sometimes even public servants, they don't get a lot of credit. You know, they're criticized right, left, and center. And sometimes you hear about public servants, all you hear is they drink tea, they put their feet up, whatever. Let me tell you, as I said, I was in the business out there making money. I can tell you, I have not seen more hard-working people. And you know, we serve not for fame and fortune, unlike a lot of people think. We serve because it's a public service. You see, some of the people who are serving, they took serious salary cuts. Some of them, their businesses crumbled to come and serve this country. So I also want to take my hat off to honest civil servants who wake up every day and they know you'll be criticized, you know, and you're not waiting for someone to say thank you, because I don't think that is what we expect. But we know that the work that we are doing, some of it saves lives. Some of it puts food on the table for our people who otherwise will starve. And that the decisions that you make are going to be felt for many years to come. I think that enormity of the responsibility is humbling. And that, to me, is the most fulfilling aspect of this work that we have done. I've also made serious networks. I've enjoyed speaking at the UN, a small boy born in Bondeni, addressing the General Assembly. I don't think that was something, I mean, even when I scripted how I wanted my life to go, I didn't see myself as that. I go for World Bank spring meetings, and I am a really sought after, you know, speaker in conferences, but knowing that whatever you're doing matters. It's not just now on a Kenyan platform. And by the way, this country of ours, we are very respected. It's only here because sometimes we look inward too much. Out there, Kenya is really respected. And our last shot, this country of ours, we really know how to punch above our weight. I think the software that is the DNA of Kenyan doesn't need a lot of changes. It doesn't need a messiah. And I know sometimes you hear these politicians on the stump talking as though they have the magic wand. No, we don't. All we need is to back ourselves up as Kenyans. Because we are a phenomenal country. We are a phenomenal country. We can be great. We just need to elect leaders that are not bankrupt of ideas. We are electing thieves. You know, when you hear someone has a case, you say that's our person, in our community yetu. Guess what is going to happen? They bring mediocrity in parliament, and they don't pass bills. So who suffers at the end of the day? It is you who made that decision. So I think if we can be able to have quality leaders, people who are passionate for the country, people who are patriots for this country, and I think that is a choice that you have on August the 9th. Choose patriots. Choose leaders. Don't choose politicians. Politicians will stand and tell you anything that you want to hear. They'll tell you will get free sugar every day. And you as journalists, we see already one formation has already released their manifesto. Ask the right questions. How are you going to fund your manifesto? If you had asked the Jubilee government, how are you going to fund the big four? How are you going to fund the housing? Perhaps they'll have told you about the housing fund. Then you choose as to whether do I want. But here we just listen to everything. Nobody is costing those plans. And so we're going to live in a country where you just get empty promises. So I think it is, especially the fourth estate, in these few days remaining, you have a serious responsibility. And I'm just urging you to up your game a little bit. Hold these people. I know some of you go for interviews and you end up being interviewed, but you need to be a bit more stronger. Ask how you're going to pay for it. And it can't just be empty rhetoric. I know how budget making is made. Already in this country, about 1,900 billion goes towards servicing our debt. It goes towards servicing the debt. Salaries for civil servants and everybody else is maybe another 600 billion. Counties transfers is close to 400 billion. You've not paid the military, so which part are you going to cut? And where are you going to get extra money? And then they on one hand said, we will not add taxes, we will not borrow. I think hapo mnapimwa kidogo hapo hivi tafadhali. So ask the right questions, let them cost their plans, and let's enrich the debate. Let's deal with facts, not play the man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.